Hello y'all, this is Hearts of Iron 4, and in this video we're going to start playing as Finland, which recently as a recording got an official focus tree in the DLC Arms Against Tyranny. We are going to go fascist in this playthrough, I will note that right away, and that will entail some kind of war with the Soviet Union. I mean, the Winter War is going to happen no matter what, but the aim of fascist Finland and this focus tree is to create some kind of greater Finland. And we're immediately going to do the focus right-wing policies. It will take 35 days. It says, the left are nothing but agents of foreign powers. They sell out their homeland in a heartbeat if it gained them favor with Moscow. If our nation is if it is to prosper and survive, we must turn to the parties and organizations of the right. So we are going to start going down the path of getting a fascist government in Finland. We have our military here. We are going to try and have a civil war, which you can kind of manipulate in your favor somewhat by deleting a bunch of divisions, but we'll do it as it's intended to happen, and we'll see how that goes. All the military industry in all the military industry in Finland is in the southern part of it, I think. And let me speed time up here, just so we can get through everything faster. And this DLC does add a few new things. Arms Against Tyranny does. It adds in, say, the international market that's new. You can buy and sell equipment. And military-industrial organizations are a thing, which kind of is a more in-depth military company, production company. And it has some talent trees, kind of, or traits as they're known. We have some ships we need to do that. And so for the military-industrial organizations, whatever they're called. What are they called effectively? The military-industrial complex, the military-industrial organizations. So they make certain things and you can get different upgrades to your equipment. And let's build some military factories in southern Finland. And Åland, I guess, archipelago? Is that the right word? This island here is demilitarized for whatever reason. And go to the research tree now. I need to be using that. What am I doing? Go ahead and do basic machine tools, then do construction 1 and electronic mechanical engineering. Actually, no. Go ahead and do, what is it called? I don't know. But let's found I want to create an agency so bad. I need to create one. I need more factories. I need more civilian factories. So don't build no military factories then. Okay, cancel that idea. Cancel that, cancel that. We're going to try and get civilian factories because I want to absorb Estonia, and we have a focus that will allow us to do that. And we are going to be doing the normal, conventional civil war route to get fascist Finland and not trying to manipulate it so we can win it in like a couple days by deleting divisions and moving equipment around and shuffling stuff all over the place. And Italy just annexed the Sultanate of Ossa. Rest in peace them. And they submitted to their demands. So we're going to prepare a military coup, and it says here, Finland needs strong, decisive leadership that is capable of making the tough decisions in a crisis. The only people currently capable of that are the military. Rather than waiting for the nation to unravel under Democrats and Socialists, we shall lay the groundwork for a military coup, and this will give us this will give us some political power and some public trust relating stuff. And the popularity of fascism will rise, and we'll get some coup preparation decisions. And we can plunge the country into a civil war with that. And I should note this country has only one starting national spirit. It is not aligned. And this national spirit only really gives us it adds bonuses. It's a bonus for division defense on core territory. We also have this whole balance of power mechanic, which I think was initially introduced by blood alone to Italy, but it's added in more countries in Arms Against Tyranny. So Paradox seems to like it. And we're going to do a fast... Okay, actually, no, cancel that. Cancel. Don't rush that. That may be a bad idea. We're going to go into a civil war immediately after we do that. So we're going to do enhance southern infrastructure. And let me go ahead and pick a advisor here. Go with the, the silent workhorse to improve political power gain. Yeah, that may be a good call. So enhance southern infrastructure as the Finnish nation looks to secure its place in the world. It must focus on building and improving its industrial capacity. The first step to achieve this goal is by improving the infrastructure in the southern regions to ensure that they are better prepared to handle the demands of the light and heavy industries in the short term. And this will give us some infrastructure and supply hubs, very nice, and some railways. I'm not going to rush trying to mess with any other infrastructure related focuses, maybe because there will, when the Civil War happens, the fascists get the southern part of Finland where all the military industry is, and the not fascists will be up here in Lapland, I guess is what you could call it, as well as these parts of Finland here in northern Finland, basically. And we're going to use some political power eventually to purchase some German equipment and appeal to the middle class, do stuff like that, secure the military, and we need more support for the fascists in the country. I may regret picking the political advisor I did. Yeah, possibly. This will at least take us until 1937, maybe. I don't know. We need more fascist support, though. So what would this do if we do this? This will cause us organized opposition. And what's that really do? I don't know. Ethiopia is going to have a civil war. Oh well for them. And let's now do the focus, national unity. And this will give us help with some guy that can help us with daily fascism support. And we need a fascist ideologue, political advisor, get dispersed industry 1, since we will probably have tons of industry be attacked. Our industry will later be constantly attacked by the Soviet Union once we get into the Winter War, which I am sort of looking forward to and not looking forward to because we have to fight the USSR. And do we want to rush that civil war or no? We had the political power for some of these. We need to get the advisor. Where's the guy at? Fascist ideologue. There. We got Pavel Sizitavile, who can help us with that. I could have maybe done things slightly faster if I had got that guy, but I didn't. At least we'll get this guy here, Vilo Anala, who is actually the fascist leader of Finland. And he's going to be a political advisor soon enough because we need to rush into this coup. I want to be fascist by the end of 1936. That would be fantastic. I don't know if that's going to be the case, however. And how is constructing the civilian factories going? Not going at all because I don't know, it's already halfway done. Just go ahead and continue finishing. Just finish that military factory. It needs to be made. National unity is done. Complete armed, Lata Savard, whatever that says. What does that mean? I don't know. And it says the Lata Savard have proven themselves to be a great asset in their role as an auxiliary force, given their proficiency in our dire situation. Perhaps it is time we better arm the organization and integrate it more effectively into the armed forces, and this will give us a national spirit, I think. Can I do anything to get... Oh my goodness, I can't get enough support for the fascists. Can I get Vilo Nolo? Can I get him? Please, I need political power. Anything. Can I not get him yet? What is the deal? Can I not get him? I need 70 political power. At least I had the silent workhorse guy. That wasn't the worst idea for a political advisor. The threat of communism, and now we're going to get the popularity of fascism will rise. So fascism will become more popular in Finland, and we can use this to our advantage as soon as possible. Please secure the military, and our side will get plus 10% of the total territory and military units. And it will keep all the military leaders. Do that now. Good. So we're getting ready for a Finnish civil war very soon. And I need that other guy. There was a peace conference. Who won the Ethiopian civil war? This is a really big question. Who won? Goodness gracious. The governor of Ethiopia. I guess the Italians won, because they're now an Italian puppet. And that focus is done now. What do we want to do? Complete union of Finnish brothers in arms. Yeah, the union of Finnish brother in arms. And what this will do, this will give us a nice national spirit. Very good. And Finland in general in this focus tree gets some pretty tough, pretty great national spirits that are useful for fighting against the Soviet Union and itself in this current situation. And it says here, the union of Finnish brothers in arms are at the forefront of the National Socialist movement and are increasingly gaining support as our nation comes under threat from abroad. If we were to collaborate with them, we would gain a great deal of support for the defense of the nation. And historically, Finland was kind of a nation by circumstance that was somewhat forced into siding with Germany. It later turned against Germany late into the war, and that was like the Lapland War. And Finland it somehow came out of the country not totally occupied by the Soviet Union, which is a miracle in of itself compared, well, when you consider Eastern Europe and its fate. It's pretty amazing Finland survived a war at all in its form that it would be in the Cold War. So let's now do support weapons. We have a military-industrial organization working away on that, and they can get traits by being used for production and researching things. Can I get the Villanova guy? There we go. He's the fascist. What's he technically? What's he called? He's the fascist corporatist. Okay, now in the focus tree, can we do something else? Don't do anything relating to getting new divisions. Do industrial development. And this will give us a few civilian factories here. We want this civil war to start very soon, because I want it to be underway. This would give us a ton of equipment. I could not do any focuses for a little bit. I don't know. Complete dispersed industry too. What time is? Oh, it's January 1937. This game flies. Goodness gracious. Apparently they improved performance. Paradox did, and it just shows a lot. And now Latvia is fighting itself. And we did have some type of plans. A focus would give us an ability to invade Latvia, but that may not happen, simply because they are going to be appealed to the middle class, and this will give us some territory. I want some weapons from the Germans, please. That's going to be the last thing we need to do for our coup preparation. But we did have a focus called, what is it named? It's called Ambitions in the South, and this would give us some claims on Latvia and Lithuania and all the Baltics. But if Latvia falls in that civil war, that is it for us. It is it. We are not going to be able to gain it because, I mean, we could still probably take Estonia, but it's going to be a lost cause to even try and fight for Latvia if it becomes a Soviet puppet. And that would pretty much cut us out of Lithuania, even though naval invasions would still be an option. Presidential term comes to an end, and this guy must earn the trust of the masses. I don't care. We're going to have a coup soon anyway. And do we want to rush it? We could. I want that German equipment, though. It's a lot of gear. We have, like, the rifle, support equipment, Opel Blitzes, half-tracks, and some other things. Tank development, tank chassis, small airframe, so planes, more or less. And let's not use any of our political power here. We're just going to rush toward it. And then once we get it, we're going to start doing the focus, a fascist regime. And this will launch a civil war in Finland. And that will see the fascists versus the people who support democracy, I think. And now in the support companies, we're researching radio. Good. Do we need to get the naval invasion technology? Yes. And wow, this is such a fast game. It is April 1937. Very, very fast. And we're waiting still 82 political power. It's rising. I'm glad we have that silent workhorse. And Finland is slowly marching towards civil war, even though that's not entirely clear yet. And I hope, what's the world tension at? It is at 4%, so we still have time to at least try to invade Estonia. Let's create an agency and try and get better relations with them, so we can at least maybe convince them peacefully to unite with us and save us a war. Please, I don't want to have to fight more people than I have to. I'm already going to have to fight the Soviet Union. You do have an option if you somehow take Leningrad and hold on to it for 30 days. You can have a white peace and take this territory here in Onega and Murmansk and, say, Olonets and Leningrad. So we're going to be... Okay, good. We have what we need. And let's now purchase German equipment. Fantastic. With all the parts of the coup ready, let's go ahead and do the focus. A fascist regime. And we just got an intelligence agency. Yes, an intelligence agency, which should help us out with boosting relations with Estonia. And let me go ahead and start doing something there. Get maybe passive defense. Yeah. And a war will be underway soon. We'll get southern Finland, and our enemies, the non-aligned Finnish government, will receive the northern and maybe central part of the country. I'm not really sure. popularity of fascism will rise. Start researching construction too. Good. And we're just waiting here for things to happen. So a fascist regime is done. Fantastic. And let's go ahead and move our soldiers out. We slightly outnumber the enemy. We have all of southern Finland. And our forces will begin their advance as they're led by General Heinrichs and Mannerheim as their field marshals. So let's do this and begin pushing back. All shall oppose this White Finland as it is known. And with that, I'm going to end what is part 1 of my fascist Finland playthrough here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.